Hello, hello. Just painting some character busts today. It's kind of a chill stream, so yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, Twisted Bliss. So yeah, we're just gonna be painting real chill. I'm trying to get these done for my next con, so I decided to go ahead and paint the things. If I sound tired, I literally just woke up and I was like, shoot, I gotta paint these. I was supposed to live stream yesterday, so. Hello, Nina. How are you all today? Hey, Neon Slushy. Yeah, it's been a while since my last live stream, and I say that every time because I forget. I'm like, oh, I want to live stream today, and then I don't get around to it, so. I'm terrible with this stuff. Hey, Das Art, how are you? Also, in the background, if you hear some like fighting, my husband's playing Persona. I'm good, thank you for asking. Both of you, Nina and Twisted Bliss. Hi, Melmu Art. How are you today? Hey, Color Nick Straws. Finally caught me live. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. I think this is like, what, my third or fourth time going live? I need to try to go live more. I don't know why I don't. I love doing it. I love chatting with you guys. I don't know, I feel like I get too busy and then it's like the last thing I want to do because I'm tired. So, I don't know. But you guys should see a lot more of these because I need to work on these character busts, and so I feel like live streaming is like the most fun way to get some progress done because I can chat and draw. Is it 7,000 words, Das Art? Because if so, that is a lot of words. Jesus. How long did it take me to draw this character? Not very long, honestly. I have a second one that I'm gonna paint later, and that one took me a lot longer. I would say this took me maybe like 25 minutes to half an hour just to kind of get everything in its right place. Of course, I was using a reference because if you don't know, I'm painting Black Panther. So, yeah. And Black Panther has a lot of detail. That is a lot of words, Jessa. Oh my goodness. But you can do it. I have faith in you. Gender bent Catwoman. I suppose I could see how that is. I actually had no idea what to expect with Black Panther, to be honest, because I'd never heard of him. Gender bent Black Panther would have been really, or Black Panther. Gender bent Catwoman would have been really cool too, though. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But yeah, the movie is so good. I want to watch it again soon. There's like so much dark color on this. Most of this suit is like black, so I'm trying to lay down like a light gray layer so I can go in later and add some highlights. So I suppose this one's gonna be a little bit easier. Um, I don't know if you saw in the thumbnail, but we're also gonna be painting Captain America. So I saved the hardest one for last. I had a hard time with him. Are you dying in there? I agree. I actually like DC, like universe, more than I like Marvel, but I do really like Black Panther. And Shuri from the movie is like one of my favorites. She's amazing. I feel like everybody thinks that though, because she is really awesome. Oh no! Cue the air conditioning. I hope it's not too loud. I agree with that, Twisted Bliss. I don't know. I just DC is just so good. Their movies really aren't that great. Like I really enjoyed Wonder Woman, but like Justice League wasn't my favorite, and except Aquaman, I like Aquaman. And I don't know if I said it. I really liked Wonder Woman. I already said that. I'm an idiot. I'm tired. I just woke up. I'm sorry. I didn't really like Suicide Squad either, which is kind of sad because I really like Harley Quinn and I really love the Enchantress, but I just didn't like the movie. I don't know. I didn't like the direction. Like I like their TV shows better. Oh, thank you, Melmu Art. Hopefully it'll look even more majestic when we get finished. This will probably be a little bit of a longer live stream just because I'm painting two pictures. I was gonna do three. I was gonna do Iron Man, and I just was like, I don't have time for this. Even though it's Sunday, I technically do have time for it, but I just didn't want to. Sorry, Iron Man. Wahaha. Okay, face is pretty much done for now. Oh yeah, I forget Batman is DC. Is that a terrible thing? I'm trying to think. I haven't seen too many of the Batman movies, to be honest. I think I've seen the Dark Knight ones, and they were supposed to be like dark and edgy, and they were okay. I guess. Yeah, I really liked the concept. I was so excited for it. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Hello. Some of this stuff should be lighter than others. I'm trying to remember. I don't have a reference photo in front of me, which is a terrible thing. So, shoot. Okay, we're just gonna wing this. I suppose if I mess up too much, I can just go in with white gel pen. Actually, might be what I do. I'm trying to think. His outfit on the bottom has less white marks. It's just like lighter grays. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, I did think they executed Suicide Squad really, really strangely. So, for everybody who's watching, if you are like, I don't know, you like Marvel or DC, who is your favorite character from each universe? Um, I know some of us have already kind of mentioned it, but I think it'd be interesting to kind of see who your favorite characters are. And I suppose if you don't follow the comics and stuff, trying to think of a question. That's a terrible thing. Um, who's your favorite like TV show or movie character? How about that one? That works. I feel like I'm not getting enough water. Aha! Yeah, it really was like that. It was like their little tragic love story in quotations. And then a little bit of like they needed a villain, so they just popped in the Enchantress. Yeah, it just eh. And I've heard that they want to make a second one, and I'm like, please don't, just please don't. Or if you do, like, don't just make it all about Harley and Joker. And honestly, this sounds terrible, and I feel like this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't know, I didn't like how they portrayed Joker. Like, I like Jared Leto. I feel like he's a great actor, but I didn't like how they portrayed Joker. I don't know. I just like he is kind of like a gangster or whatever, but like not a thug. I don't know. I'm like a purist. Fight me. No, I'm kidding. Please don't. I'm just a baby. Oh, I haven't seen Jane the Virgin before. Is it any good? Alright. I am going to kind of let this dry for a second. Just because I don't want it to bleed. The only part that's actually wet is like this area right here, so you can kind of tell too because it's like bleedy right here. Let's blend this out a little bit. There, it's a little better. Oh, this is gonna look so good with different layers. I'm excited. I was actually really nervous about painting Black Panther because it just feels very complex because of all the details, and I don't know if you know me, but I don't like details that much. Maybe I'll give it a watch sometime. Thank you guys for sharing. I love Hawkeye. He's so cute. I don't know. I just like him and his like his. No, I do really like Hawkeye, especially from the MCU. Oh my gosh, Alexi, yes. Like, okay, I go to a lot of comic conventions, thus the reason I'm painting these, and you see a lot of just little kids and people running around in the Harley Quinn Suicide Squad outfit, and it's not great. And a lot of people try to take it, like, a notch above everybody else, so, like, the shorts will be shorter than someone else's, or something. And it's just like, yeah, especially for young kids. I don't think it's suitable. I don't know. Somebody else likes Hawk Girl. I love her so much. Like with the red hair. Oh, yes, I love her so much. I feel like she's not very popular, but I love her to death. Silver Surfer. I really like the Silver Surfer. I feel like they had a movie about him, but like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with his character. Okay, so it's supposed to be like a telenovela, but excuse me, with comedy. Okay, I like comedy, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, like I watch a lot of CW shows. At least that's what it is here in America. But I've seen it, but I'm like, is this any good? So I'll give it a watch. Okay, I gotta make sure this is dark enough. Where's my swatch sheet? There it is. That's not dark enough. Featuring random eyeballs. Oh, right. Silver does appear in Fantastic Four. It's like I blocked out Fantastic Four, my bad. I've seen all the I think, yeah, I've seen all the Fantastic Fours. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they totally should have done more with his character because it was just like, meh. I do like femme fatale characters. I mean, okay. I really like me some Poison Ivy and Harley. I have this photo I need to frame. But yeah, I love them. I don't know. I feel like I like almost every DC character because somebody's like, who's your favorite? And I'm like, oh, I like Harley. And I like Poison Ivy. And I really like Hawk Girl. And like, I go through the list and I'm like, shoot, I can't pick one. It's terrible. Okay, time for shading. This is actually the most nerve-wracking part about the whole thing is the shading, I think. Because I feel like I'm going to fudge it up. Okay. keep my paper towel. I do too. I love it so much. I had the artist's business card, and I don't know what happened to it. And I was like, I wanted to like maybe get more of their art because it's so good, but I don't have it anymore, and I'm so upset. And they didn't sign it, which is terrible. So I'm very sad. Hey Sally, how are you? Das art, I can't spell any day of the week, let me tell you. Freaking yes, Harley X Ivy is the best. Beyond Cake Marie, hello, hello. Senpai has noticed you. I feel like I'm not in senpai status. That is actually a really good take on it, Twisted Bliss, and I agree with you. They really are, like... I agree, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, Marvel characters are, like, power-based and have less personality, but it is reversed for DC characters. That is awesome. I don't know. Ah, thank you, Sally, you're super sweet. And I'm well, I'm tired, I just woke up. And I was like, hey, why not do a live stream right after waking up, because that's smart. Oh, your day is made. You made my day just for being so sweet. I think one thing with like watercolors is I'm always scared to go too dark. But then like I look back on it and I'm like, but I didn't go dark enough. It's an ever struggling dilemma. I started to pursue my art seriously in January of 2015, so about 3.5-ish years ago. Oh no, Dassart! Well, thank you for coming by the stream. You just come in here to pop a bone and then leave? Freaking Sorry, that was my husband. He's weird. Bye! Have a great time with whatever you're doing. Alright, we got some shading. I don't know what it is, but every time I shade something, it's always on the left side. Is it because I'm left-handed? Is that a thing? Oh, right, you have to write. Oh, correct, you have to write. Well, good luck with your writing, because I do know that you have a lot to do, so good luck. Katie! How you doing, girl? Okay. I don't know what happened. It just got really off-center really fast. Nothing we can't fix, I hope. Okay, that looks a little better. It looks very strange for the time being, but hopefully it'll make sense later in in the yeah, whatever this is called, the painting. You're gonna put me in your bra. I am so what's the word? I'm so honored. Thank you. Maybe the left is like, I don't know, just like the most common place to shade. I don't know. Oh, bye, Melmuar. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you haven't left already. I'm sorry. Why is my paintbrush getting all cranky? There we go. Hey, Hazelnut Studio. I love watercolor too, but yes, I feel the same way, Twisted Bliss. It's like, I don't know, it's so fun to look at the texture and the layers and stuff, but then you always wonder, like, oh my god, what if I mess up? Then it's permanent! Because a lot of the times watercolor is pretty permanent. It can be quite scary. Sometimes you can fix it though, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I always find myself doubting myself. And then sometimes I look at it and I'm like, why the heck did I doubt myself? Because this looks really cool, or something of that nature. But yeah, we're getting to the ugly stage, which is my least favorite stage. At least in my opinion, I feel like it's the ugly stage. Yeah, I'm using my Lucas paints. Yeah. Oh no! I've done a bad thing. Oh well, I can just remix my paint later. Oh, I was gonna show you. There we go. Yep, my Lucas paints. Waha, it says Lucas over there in the corner. But yeah, I'm using those. I had a couple skin tones over here, but they mixed together, so my bad. I'm gonna have to redo those. I should be. Not everybody get to be in your bra. Hey Marina, how are you? Oh, there's nothing wrong with being bad at watercoloring. It takes a lot of practice. But, you know, if you wanted to do it, I'm sure that you could teach yourself. It's really not that hard once you just practice a lot. And it gets to be fun. But I suppose not everybody likes watercolor. I mean, it's just like any medium. You kind of go towards one or the other. You find what works for you. Tips for using watercolors. First thing is be patient with yourself because you're probably going to mess up a lot, which sounds like terrible advice. But watercolor, like I said, is a learning curve because you kind of have to learn the right balance of using too much water and not using enough water. Um, and I don't think I've ever gotten that balance right. I just kind of wing it, to be honest. Practice a lot. That is one of the biggest tips I can give you. Don't give up. Like, watercolor is intimidating, honestly. Um, but you can do it. It just takes practice. Also, blending can be really difficult. But again, it's just practice. Basically, one thing I like to do is like start with my, you just saw me do it actually, start with a dark shade and then slowly like get the paint out of my paintbrush with like a paper towel. I always keep one in my hand. And then slowly just add more water until I blend it out into pretty much what the color was. Trying to think of other tips for watercolors. Don't be afraid to go too dark, which is one thing I need. It's like high pot calling the kettle black. I am always afraid to go too dark, but I need to not be. It's something I need to work on. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that detracts a lot of people is that watercolor is transparent, so pretty much once a layer dries, like for instance, I have this like dried blue right here. If I go over it, you can still kind of see the blue underneath, even though it's dark. I don't know if you can see that. So pretty much once a mistake dries, unless you can actually get it up somehow, it's permanent. So you know it is a difficult medium, but if you really want to use it, you should practice because it is really rewarding. I love watercolor painting. I remember when I first started watercolor painting, I was so scared. And I didn't, it wasn't great. It really wasn't, but after a while, you get used to it and you kind of like, I mean, I use water brushes, but you can use paintbrush too. You kind of learn almost by like muscle memory how much water you need. And then if you need more water, you can always add more water. But yeah, there are tons, and I mean tons, of like watercolor tutorial type videos on YouTube. I would highly, highly suggest you go and like check them out and give them a watch because they're really helpful. That's a lot of what helped me whenever I first started. You have bad reception in your bra. Also, that was a really long-winded answer for one question. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I love these Lucas paints. Honestly, they were a good. I mean, they would have been a good investment if I had bought them. I mean, the company was nice enough to send them to me, and I did a little review on them. But like when I run out, I'm going to actually purchase more because these are my favorite paints ever. Now, again, I haven't really tried too many like super high grade like Daniel Smith colors or anything, but for what I've tried, these are my favorites. Hey, you can do it, Beyond Cake. You can do it. Um, as far as what kind of watercolors you should start with, I wouldn't start with anything too expensive. But I also wouldn't start with anything terrible. I don't. A good set, I don't know if you have Hobby Lobby near you, but there is a Winsor and Newton Cotman set. If you go to Hobby Lobby, it's like 30, I want to say it's like 35-ish dollars, but you can use a 40% off coupon. So that puts it at like, my math isn't going with me right now, but a little less than half off. So, honestly, I would start with that because I think it's a good starter set. Right, yeah, you kind of have to go with the flow of watercolor, which sounds super punny, because I agree with that Twisted Bliss. With watercolor, you can't expect it to go right every time, because it doesn't. And you do have to think really quickly to fix them. That is a really good tip. I feel like that's every painting ever Color Nick draws. Try to do something awesome with watercolors, and then try to do it again in another one. Yeah, that's every painting ever. Because, like, I do a lot of these character busts, and, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I really love the way I did this. And then I'm like, can I even recreate it? And I feel like I can't, and I just kind of cry a little bit. Oh, another tip I have is layers. You're going to be going through a lot of those. So just buckle in for the long haul. At least if you want it to be dark, I suppose. I guess you don't have to do a lot of layers. Hey, Sage of Art. What do you have to tell me? Someone who understands. Yeah, I feel like actually a lot of watercolor artists have that issue. It's not really an issue. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit of self-doubt, honestly, because I mean, again, it's water. Water is flowy and it's not going to do the same thing every time. But then again, maybe it's just cuz I've only been doing watercolors for like a year or two, so I'm not like super expert watercolorist. Sage of Art, may I ask what is Copic and waterproof? Cheaper and darker? Because I don't think you mentioned what it was, and if you did, I didn't see it. My dog is growling in the background. Super sorry if you can hear that. Oh, Rot Ring ink is both Copic and waterproof. Ooh, very nice. Thank you for the info. Ooh, that is way too much water. Also, sorry if I get quiet. I'm trying to focus a little bit. I feel like I'm not doing these patterns right. Let's see. I actually feel like they're opposite. My bad. Well, one thing I like to do to stop that Hazelnut Studio is paint wet on dry, which means you use wet paint, but you use it on dry paper. So basically, it won't flow everywhere if you're painting on dry paper. The reason it might be flowing out everywhere is because your paper's wet and you want to avoid painting next to wet areas. So, like where I'm painting right now, I wouldn't want, unless I'm trying to blend it out, of course, I wouldn't want to paint right next to it because any other color I wanted to add would flow into that, or the black would flow into the other color, which is obviously something you don't want. Now, it is a useful technique for certain things, so like if you want to make smooth blending, you could do that for sure. But for the most part, I don't really like painting wet into wet. I feel like I have way more control with just like wet paint on dry paper, and I like having control. Hey! Amelia! How are you? We haven't talked in ages, girlfriend. How are you? Okay, maybe I wasn't wrong. Because this would have been the darker one. Okay. That works, I guess. Hey, hello. Hello, K. Cool Cat Yay. That is a really long name and it's really cute. Thank you so much. One thing I recommend Hazelnut Studio is use a paper towel. If you feel like you have a little bit more, like if you're using a regular paintbrush, you want to like, what's the word? You want to get the water off. You want to like dab it. That's what I do a lot, especially when I use regular paintbrushes. Now, right now, I use a water brush, so I don't really run into that problem too much because it has like a constant flow of water, which you would think I would run into the problem, but it's not a very huge constant flow. So it just kind of is enough to keep my paintbrush wet. But yeah, use a paper towel to get some of the excess water off. Or a rag, I guess. You don't really have to use a paper towel. Didn't really think about that. I swear, every time these layers dry, I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't as dark as I want it. What the heck? You moved? That's awesome. Oh, you got a job babysitting? Oh, that's fun. I used to do daycare. But you do sound really busy, but I've been missing your art videos so much. I love your art so much. But yeah, I miss chatting. I've been good. Not really much has changed in my life. I'm just a boring person who does conventions and is eternally doing YouTube stuff. Boring. But yeah, not much has really changed. But I've been good. I went to the fair last night. That was fun. Didn't stay that long. We just ate funnel cakes because that's literally the only reason I go to fairs is to eat a funnel cake. I feel that, Sally, girlfriend. I feel that so incredibly much. I like acrylics, but they just frustrate me too. That's why I don't paint in them as much as I would like to. And it's funny because, I don't know, you'd think acrylics wouldn't be frustrating because you could just cover up your mistakes, but I feel like that makes it more frustrating. That sounds terrible. It just, like, I don't know. It's just thick and not flowy, I guess. I guess you could, like, water it down. So what are you painting, Sally? If you're okay with sharing, of course. Fun is so good. I wish I knew how to make it. I suppose it's not really hard. It's just like dough and you fry it. But it's probably a good thing I don't know how to make it because then I would eat it all the time and that's not healthy at all. Well, I kind of already have made a. This is a say. What is words? Words are hard. A selfish. Should I even talk? No. A selfish and shameless promotion, but I have over on my Patreon. I have already covered tutorial stuff on watercolor tips, and I actually plan on doing more with the watercolor tips soon. But yeah, I only post tutorials over on my Patreon right now, just because it's a reward tier and I like having it over there. I don't know. I may post some basic or not rewards, basic tutorials over here eventually, but for now, yeah, I'm not. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. Hello, Brian Hopper. Hello. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm super sorry. Monzera Kawaii? Or is Monzerat Kawaii? Either way, hello. I hope you two are doing well. Little darker than I wanted. There we go. Hey, this isn't looking as bad as I thought it was going to. It's always a good feeling, I guess. I've always wanted to go to Anime AX. It's Anime Expo, right? Um, it sounds so awesome. How, like, you said it was inspiring, but, like, was it really busy? Oh no, Twisted Bliss. Oh no. Like, the pink footprints are kind of hilarious, but I'm so sorry that you spilled some loose pink pigment. I feel like that watercolor rabbit's gonna be really pretty, though. Let's be honest. Lisa Frank style is everything I've ever wanted in my life. Hmm. I feel like that line is too dark. I do not speak what I assume to be Spanish, but you wrote in Avengers Infinity Wars. So I know your question's a good one, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. 100,000 people? Holy guacamole, that's a lot of people. What the heck? I bet it was so heckin' crowded. Why is my carpet pink right now? Yeah, I suppose that's not something you think on a day-to-day basis. That is quite hilarious. I've done that. It was oil paint. And it wasn't even me. I'm a liar. It was my cat, which is terrible, but thankfully it was non-toxic oil paint. She had stepped in it and tracked it into my kitchen. And I was like, why are there blue paw prints everywhere? My cat. My cat. Oh, hi. This is not focusing. There we go. That is crazy, though. Alright, I need to wait for that to dry, maybe, and then try to fix it, because I don't know, I just feel like this is too dark. Like, it works for, it was supposed to be a seam on the side of the mask, and it no longer looks like a seam, it looks like a part of the mask is, like, bulging out, and I don't really like it. So, we're going to attempt to fix it. They are. I love cats so much. I've got 2 cats and 2 dogs, and oh, my cats. They're something else, I tell you. But I love them. I love them all. They're my little babies. Yeah, this black is not going anywhere. So, I may have to just, like, feather it this way. Make it like shading. We can do this. I may have to fix this up in the line art part because it will probably make more sense as a seam if I line art it. Probably. Keyword there. Oh my god, how do you lose a 6'2" person? But yeah, I suppose with all those people, jeez Louise. Other super tall men dressed as the same character. I suppose that makes a lot of sense. That is hilarious. Also terrible because you lost him, but that's funny. Oh my word, yes, Twisted Bliss. It is crazy because we got our cats first and then we brought in one dog and it was just very like the cats hated it at first and then we got another dog and then our last dog doesn't really like our cats, but she's not mean to them. She just like wants to play, but she's a little too rough cuz she's like a puppy still. I mean, she's not really a puppy. She's like 2, I think, but she still acts like a puppy. And it's so funny, but yes, they're very dependent. Oh, Sally, they're all idiots, but they're my idiots. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel. That is how I feel. Oh, you have 27 cats? That's a lot of cats, but you're a foster mom? Oh, that's amazing. I've always wanted to be a foster mom for cats, but I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to have that many pets. Just because, I don't know. They would all be cats, because I just love, I love my dogs, but I love my cats a little. Not a little more, that sounds like I'm picking favorites. I don't know, I'm just a cat person, I guess. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Because no, I love my dogs. They're little derpy borks, and I love them. My paint has dried in the palette. I feel the same. I have 2 cats, and it's like, how do you handle all these cats? Because my cats are the devils. Your cat went missing for 3 years? Oh, I'm so glad it survived, though. Or they survived, I suppose. It's not an it. Aw, I'm so sorry about your cat, but I'm so glad you got them back. Your dog was jealous. I bet, honestly. Hello, Devi. Alright, Sally, have fun. Thank you for coming by the stream. I hope to see you soon. I hope to do more live streams. So maybe we can chat some more in the live streams. That would be fun. Alright. I need to darken up some of these parts. Yeah, I've done a couple artist trading cards just like for fun. I've never actually like traded them or anything. One year I think I did Inktober on exclusively ATCs. I don't think that was smart, just because I had no idea what I was doing and they turned out really terrible. But that was like, I think it's my first year doing Inktober, to be honest. But yeah, I like them. I like drawing on them. They're just so tiny and fun. I do too. I have some originals that like I'll price them really high if like maybe I put them up in my store. I price them so high so nobody will buy them. Which sounds like a terrible thing, but it's not because I love them. One of my favorite originals, it's not an ATC though. It is, shoot, how big is this thing? I want to say it's 8.5 by 11, but I think I originally painted it on a 9 by 12 and I just cut it down so I could print it. And I did it for Mermaid. It was the big old mermaid piece I did. I believe I titled it Calm Spirit. And it's like my favorite piece ever. I actually don't watercolor in my sketchbooks. I don't really get sketchbooks that I can watercolor in. Not on purpose. It's just right now I'm trying to use up my sketchbooks because I keep telling myself, "Hey, let's buy a new sketchbook," and then I'm like, "But you have so many sketchbooks." I have one right now that I was using for studies, and I haven't even cracked it open in a while. But yeah, I would like to watercolor in my sketchbooks. I don't know. I feel guilty. It's like I feel like I'm gonna mess up so much that I don't end up doing it, and I feel like that's a terrible thing. But that's me. Oh my gosh, Hazelnut Studio. I am so incredibly sorry to hear that. It is a Black Panther, Giosa. Inktober is really fun, but I feel like I don't know. There was a really big controversy last year with Inktober, and ooh, that is way too dark, fam. I feel like Inktober should just be done for fun. I don't think it should be done like seriously or whatever. Um, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, it needs to be only ink." And while I agree with that in one shape or another, I also think it's for self improvement, just because drawing every day is a really good habit artists should learn. Or at least making a doodle every day. Not necessarily like making a full blown painting or anything, but at least something a little bit every day. And I think that was the point. But there's like this huge controversy that everybody's like, oh my god, it has to be in ink, you can't do digital. And it was just a whole thing. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna butcher your name, but is it Dermot or is it Dermo Harrell? But thank you so much. Oh, thank you for coming by, Color Nix. I hope to stream more too. Hopefully, we can make that happen. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna get to Captain America today because this one has taken so dang long. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't understand the controversy. So many people were so mad, and it's like, dude, just have fun, do what you want to do, man. I do remember the squid. Hey, Wolfang, how are you? Oh yeah, this would have been a really cool Inktober drawing, especially because it is pretty much black and white. I do plan on making the background purple because I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but his suit gets fudge. I'm not gonna remember the word, but it's like whenever he gets hit a number of times, it like built up the friction or the kinetic energy. I think that's what it was, and it turns purple on the suit. So I'm gonna do like purple in the background just to kind of like offset it a little bit. Devi, when I was younger, I used to rip out my sketchbook pages, and as I got older, I learned that I wanted to look back on those, but I had thrown them away, and it's actually really sad because like I have a lot of art that I did between I don't know, I would say 2006 through 2010 that I ripped out and threw away, and I have nothing of it, and I would have loved to have looked back on it. So don't rip out your sketchbook pages because I promise in a few years you might want to look out and look at them and kind of giggle at yourself because you're like, wow, I did this and now I'm here. So don't rip out your sketchbook pages. Honestly, there's a lot of things I hate in my sketchbooks. I get through slumps all the time. I think everybody does. Again, just kind of the thought of me going through in a few years and laughing at my own art is one of the biggest reasons I keep my sketchbooks intact. Same, Sequel. I I do. I buy a bunch of blank sketchbooks and I'm like, I can't draw on the first page. So I won't. I will literally flip it to the second page and then the first thing I make I'm like, I hate it. I hate it. I can't do it anymore. Tell you what, Wolfang, if I remember the squid, I do. I sent it to you. Oh, hi Andrew. Oh, so it's Dermot. Oh, that's really cool. It sounds really awesome. Thank you for correcting me. Right, there are a ton of digital artists, and I do again think it is unfair to say, hey, you can't participate in this because you're digital and you have the undo button. Because you know what? As traditional artists, we kind of have a version of the undo button because as you learn, you kind of learn little techniques to kind of undo your mistakes. So, I don't know. Plus, there's things like whiteout. The sweet smell of money, right? Not really, actually. You wanted it, so I sold it to you. But, I mean, not really. It literally went right back into the channel, so. I am good, Hallie. How are you? I really like the Black Panther movie. I didn't know it won any awards. I don't really keep up with that kind of stuff. I mean, I knew it was like really big and everybody liked it, but I didn't know like what awards and stuff it won because again, I don't really keep up with that stuff. But that's really cool that Lady Gaga presented it. I do like her. Her music's really cool. Digital is hard. Like, I have the means to do digital art and I struggle with it all the time. I'm like, how do people make these masterpieces? They do. It takes a lot of practice. Anything that you do takes a lot of practice and skill and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't see the point in excluding them. Like I understand that the person had asked the creator, about it and the creator created it to be ink only. So I understand their response, but on the other hand, I don't know. I think digital art is fine, you know what I mean? I actually have coal erase pencils. I don't use them as much anymore, because I don't think they erase as well as they could. So, I mean, they're not my favorite, especially because I moved over to the color Eno pencils, and I like those a lot more. Aw, thanks to you. Yeah, I do really like Gaga's music. Yeah, I have seen Infinity War, but please do not post any spoilers because there are people who have not seen it. So no spoilers for Infinity War, please. I don't either. It's like I have a Cintiq, so like I can see the screen. You would think, oh, you can see the screen. You can. It's like drawing traditionally. No, it's not. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like the pen for me is very hard to emulate the feel of like a real pencil. And I know there are brushes for that, but it's like there's a disconnect for me. So pretty much I leave all my digital work to like my little chibi merch and stuff like that. Bye, Wolfang. Thanks for coming by. I agree with that sequel. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, digital art isn't even real art. And it's like, no, the computer does not draw that stuff. Like, you do, and it takes hours upon hours. Like, if I ever even try anything digital, it takes probably at least, uh, I don't know, 2 to 3 times longer than something traditionally would. It's because I have to, like, get myself back in the groove. Yeah, spoilers are terrible. I don't know. I hate when people spoilers, especially for a movie that big online, and it's frustrating. Have I seen the Halle Berry's Catwoman? I have, but I was young and I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I do remember I liked it, but I don't remember much about it. I love Halle Berry as an actress, though, so. Hey, I am still live. Ah. Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. Traditional was my first, so when I moved to digital, it was like, what the heck is this foreign material? But yeah, I do know a lot of artists start with digital, and I think that's really cool. And I feel like digital art is way more accessible than it used to be. Like, used to you have to get like a, I don't know how to pronounce their brand name, Wacom or whatever. But now there's so many affordable options, and I'm like, wish I had those when I was younger. Your little brother draws with a mouse? What the heck? That's awesome. Anybody that can draw with a mouse is amazing. Just period, end of story. Like that stuff. I can barely spell anything with a mouse. Like I barely do anything with a mouse aside from click. My favorite Marvel superheroes. I love Thor. I love Black Panther. Does Shuri count as a superhero? Because I really like her. I'm trying to think of other Marvel superheroes that I really like. I used to like Black Widow, but I don't like her as much anymore. I don't know. That's just a random tidbit. I've not really read too many comics, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that first off and foremost. But yeah, those are pretty much my like top tier favorites, I guess. So, Shuri, Black Panther, and shoot, who's the other? Thor, duh. I do also like Bucky. Bucky Barnes. Winter Soldier, whatever you want to call him. Aw, thank you, Hallie. I appreciate that a lot. I should rewatch it. Thank you. I will do so actually. He prefers the mouse. Your brother is like a god. In all seriousness though, that's awesome. You should share some art with me of his mouse doodles cuz I want to see those, fam. Oh hey, I haven't plugged it yet, but like if any of you do any art while I am doodling, use the hashtag squidoodling with Katie so I can see it. Because I would love to see it. You can use it on Instagram or Twitter. But share it with me. I want to see your awesome, amazing doodles. Aw, I would love to see it though. Devi, you should totally share. Because anything of Raisha is my favorite. So I would love to see that. If you don't want to share it, that's totally fine. But just know, I would love to see it. Alright. I'm gonna let this dry for a sec, and then I'm gonna do background stuff, and then I'm gonna fine line it, because I pretty much am happy with it. Pretty much. That would be really cool too, Debbie. Okay, thanks, Sequel. I appreciate that. I'm excited to see this awesome artwork. Because, I don't know, just anything done with a mouse, that's amazing! I don't know, I can't get over it, I'm sorry. I'm fangirling, and I haven't even seen it yet. Oh my god, if they make a Poison Ivy movie, like an official one, where she's not like random Uma Thurman, uh, please. Like, I would watch that so freaking much. I agree. I think some smaller characters need a movie. Freaking Hawk Girl needs her own movie, please. That would be amazing. Oh no, your Surface Pen broke! I would totally watch that collab. Okay. We're gonna do some like random splooshy marks because I like the way these look. All my character busts have them, so we just kind of go with it. Yes, Hawk Girl. I mean, she was in like an Arrowverse TV show, but I don't know. I didn't really like how they portrayed her. And I really like the Arrowverse, so that says a lot. This is like my favorite part of the character bus. It's just like blobbing in some fun colors. So fun. There is a superhero named Squirrel Girl. Because actually, I think she was getting popular. But yeah, she's really cute. I've seen pictures. I've not read any comics or anything. I like a lot of YouTubers actually, and I would have to make a huge list of the YouTubers I watch, but the ones right off the top of my head, shoot, there aren't any. Yeah, there are. Let's see. I really like Audra Auclair, even though she hasn't posted a video in a while. I love her art. I like Torianne00, also known as Juicy Ink, here on YouTube. Let's see. I like Hollow Alice. I have to think. I have like this huge subscription list of like all these people I watch. I like Art a la carte. Um, Shoot, there's so many artists. There's so many good ones. Brushes and Bunnies is a new one I just got into. Got into? That sounds weird. A new like channel I just got into. But yeah, there are a ton of artists. I can't think of all of them, but I love them all. All of the art community is my favorite. There is. She's my new favorite. I just think the way that it rhymes and just everything about like the name Squirrel Girl is awesome. I actually would love to read her comics. I think I already said that. Hi, repeating yourself because you're tired. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. I'm gonna set this aside to dry. To make sure it's fully dry. We gonna work on some cap. I have to mix skin tones and stuff, so apologies. Actually, you know what? We'll do some live mixing because why not? Let's get rid of this purple. Because live mixing is always fun, right? Oh, squid. Squids are the best. Anyway. Oh no, it doesn't. I like Bailey J. I didn't even think about her. That's terrible. She's really popular. I do like Bailey. She's not one of my favorites, but I do enjoy her videos. I like her vlogs, I think, more than like not more than, that's terrible. I watch her vlogs more, but I do like her art. Wow, I'm a terrible human being today. Aw, Hallie, you're so sweet. Or is it Haley? I'm pretty sure I've said both today. Is it Haley or Hallie? No, Blue. You're going the wrong way. Go that way. I need to put a skin tone there. So that's my whole goal here is to get everybody to subconsciously think of squids. Oh no, this blue and this skin tone is totally gonna mix. Shh, we can do it, we can do it. Yeah, I really like her art. It's just, I don't know what it is. I like her personality as well, and so I think, I don't know. But then again, I'm like 800 light years behind on everybody and their mother's videos that I would like to watch. Because I'm a lame-o. I was also away at convention last weekend, and so I get behind really easily. This skin tone is gonna go everywhere. Like, we're treading a very fine line here. Come on, water brush, you can do it. Oh, my cheese. Where's my scrap? Hey, that's nice. Let's paint with it. Very quickly. Please, Blue, don't even touch it. Just don't touch it. Just don't do it. Welcome back, Wolfang. I agree with that. I do think she's really popular because of her personality. Because she's just a personality of her own, and I do really like her personality. She seems like a really genuine and sweet person. Not that the other artists don't, but I think she pushes her personality, like, in her videos a little more. Not pushes it. What's the word? She just shows her personality in her videos a little more than some people, including myself. Uh, and I think that's what makes her stand out. But, I mean, it's not to say her art isn't good, because it is. I mean, she is a great artist in her own right. Aw, thanks. I'm going to do Iron Man, not today, but I am going to do him eventually. And he will be live streamed. Yay for that. Because it finally happened. No. Anyone like Loki? Are you joking? I freaking love Loki. And he's going to be a character bust fam. Eventually. Okay, you know what? This blue has gotta go. We'll do blue later. I pour paper towel. I'm gonna have to get a new one. I'm actually really upset because this is gonna dry and it's gonna create a weird face thing, so I gotta be really quick about this. That is way too orange. Please be the same color. It's not. That's okay. It's close. Yep, it already dried. Cries forever. Poor Cap. He's got a random blob. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. There's a Squirrel Girl movie coming out? What the heck? Okay, so my favorite anime is Yu Yu Hakusho, but a very close second that I'm currently watching is Ancient Magus' Bride. Freaking slay me. I love that anime so much. I do not have arts and OCs Amino. An alternate universe where he has these spots on his skin. Poor Cap. Let's see if we can remedy this. I'm sure we can. It might have to go a little darker than I want to, but now I kind of look sunburnt. Poor Cap. Sunburnt. I do like color races for that reason. Another thing I found with them though is that they're waxy, so they kind of repel some of my watercolor. Again, I still use them for just like chill sketches, but they're not my favorite for sure. They used to be my favorite, I guess, but they're not anymore. Okay, Cap. You're gonna be slightly sunburned. It's okay. You've just been out in the sun all day. You've been saving people. You're just a little sunburned. Alright, well, enjoy your breakfast, Wolfang. I also like color races because they dissolve with Copic markers, so it kind of gives it a really soft look. Okay, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but I erase these eyes a lot, so I'm not quite sure how this... Okay, this watercolor is going on way better than I expected. I expected it to feather a lot because... Oh, you can kind of tell. It's like pilling up. Oh no! Maybe it'll smooth out as it dries. But yeah, I erase these a lot, and that's like the last thing you want to do with watercolor paper is erase a lot. I thought about transferring... Oh, this looks really bad. I thought about transferring it, and I was like, nah. We may live to regret that. That's valid, Twisted Bliss. Yes, neon slushy. Like, Cap is sunburnt, but he's like super stark white underneath. I don't think I can draw men to save my life either, but I suppose that's left up to interpretation. I've been just like forcing myself to draw men, to be honest, because I love all these men superheroes and I want to do all of this fan art, but it's like I can't. So I've been like forcing myself. I've learned men are just a bunch of angles. They're just a bunch of sharp lines. That's not true for all men, but that's what I found helps the most. Okay, we're gonna try this blue again. Do not bleed into the skin tone. You're grounded. Aw, thank you. I'm not even gonna lie though, Cap went through a lot of stages before he got to something I like. For some reason, I have a very hard time with drawing people under this kind of a mask. So, like, it's like a half mask where you can see their eyes but nothing else. I had a hard time with Barry Allen too when I did him as the Flash, and it was like, what the heck? So, I went through a lot of phases. Okay, is this a good color? Good enough. Alright, Cowabunga. Oh, it's actually a lot darker than I thought it would be. Let's add some water, because that's smart. I don't know why, but today my watercolors are drying really quick. Might be because my AC's on. Because it's not really hot in here. Also, sorry. I got really quiet. I'm focusing. Persona! I love drawing women. Oh my goodness. I love drawing curves. I love drawing the soft faces. I just love everything about drawing women. They're just so stinking fun to draw. I actually like synthetic brush hairs more, which sounds strange because I know a lot of artists like the real hair. I don't know, just maybe it's because I started out with synthetics, but like I just know how they work. Every time I work with a real hairbrush, I struggle a lot with it, and I don't know if it's me or if it's just all in my head or if there is a really big difference. Oh no, there's gonna be a seam. But I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, I just like synthetics more, and actually that's what I'm using now. I don't think they make real hairbrushes, in a water brush anyway. I do like channels that focus on things other than art. But I'd have to think about it. Shoot. I find myself watching a lot of like vloggy type videos, and I also am obsessed with a game called Dead by Daylight, so I watch a ton of videos on that because I'm a lame-o. I might need a reference for this. I love drawing boobs. How's that for your quote of the day? But I do agree. I struggle drawing like really huge ones. Like if they're like medium-sized dish or even small, it's cool. But like big tatansters are what I really struggle with. Have fun at your dad's birthday party, Sequel. Thank you so much for coming by and chatting with me. We need to chat more. I miss chatting with you. So, yeah, you have a good rest of your day as well. Have fun. Okay. Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm gonna go steal my husband's phone and go get a reference real quick. Because I'm currently streaming on my phone, so. So, be right back. Oh my gosh! I spooked my dog, and she barked at me. You probably heard that too. That's okay, Ruffles. You're never late. I feel like a lot of artists, I mean, this is just in my case anyway, and I've heard other people say this, they have an easier time drawing the gender that they are just because they have the constant reference of, you know, you kind of know your body, you know what you look like, and so it's a little bit easier to draw what you know. But I don't know, because there are some artists out there that draw the opposite gender better. Or at least they feel they do. That sounds like that's not true. I'm a terrible human. That is not true. They usually do draw them better. Titansters. Urgent news! Katie likes drawing boobs. Freaking, I will retweet that. I don't think there's anything wrong with not being able to draw, like, your opposite gender or the gender you are. Oh my gosh, my dog is angry. Okay, I can't even find the reference photo. Oh, here it is. Hey, thanks, Cap. I think this is an action figure. What the heck? Okay. Alright. I need more blue. I'm trying to think. I am drawing a specific Captain America outfit, but I'm not sure which movie it's from. It's just the one I liked the most. Like, this isn't from the Infinity War because, I don't know. I didn't want to draw him with the beard. I wanted to draw, like, the what is this helmet cowl thing called? I don't know, his little helmet. Because I think it's really cute, and so that's why I drew this one. If you were wondering, that is. That's understandable. With, curves looking feminine, but straight lines looking unnatural. I feel that. And again, like I said, I don't really, like, I might be able to draw a bust, but that pretty much goes, yeah, that's, like, all my abilities. I'm trying to think, like, men bodies are very different. I don't know, they're like triangle shaped, so they're like a little bulkier sometimes on top, and then they kind of like go down into like a skinny, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, here, where's my scrap paper? Men bodies are like this. They're like a Y. Not quite. This is like super buff animated man, but like, they're very different, men bodies are. But I've not experimented past a bust, so maybe someday we will. That would be fun. Katie experiments. Hey, Serene Green! I have not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, so please no spoilers. But I do want to see it. I feel like I just colored a line I shouldn't have, but it's okay. I'm just gonna darken it up. Yes, you're afraid. You're fine. I mean, again, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it kind of comes down to, I think, what you practice and what you feel most comfortable with drawing. Because, like, I feel like with practice, anybody could draw anything that they wanted. But again, it just comes down to practice. And honestly, I would rather draw females than males, so I would rather practice females. You know what? We're just gonna cover all this in blue. I was very like, oh my gosh, can't color it all in blue. But now I'm just going to. Because I'm gonna darken up some of these parts anyway. Super quick. My favorite color is orange. Not like really dull orange, it's like the sunset orange. Super pretty. It's like one of the least popular colors, but it is one of my faves. Actually, it's like my top fave, let's be honest. Crotches. I always struggle with crotches. I always feel like I just draw them with this like massive like camel toe or like bulge or something. And so I'm like, yeah, I feel the same. I draw a lot of my characters in skirts. Or like underwear. I don't know. I like drawing underwear, which is strange. I'm trying to think, what is my favorite thing to draw? I like drawing waists. Like curves and hips. Oh, yes, please. He a thick boy. He is a thick boy. I'm gonna have to go over that seam because that is not a good seam. Your room is orange? That is awesome. Yeah, honestly, I think it's yellow and orange are technically the least like favorite colors among people. So I guess I'm in the minority, but you know what? I think orange is really pretty. But I like all colors except brown. I don't like brown. I have like PTSD. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Brown is something I can't get behind. I always try like I'll paint with it or whatever, but I don't like brown. You are the chat room dork, but everybody loves you, Katie, so it's okay. Plus, dorks are the best people. Like, I'm a dork, so I have to be the best person, right? No, I'm kidding, but in all honesty, no, you're fine. Serene green. I would imagine that your favorite color is definitely not green. But that's okay, Katie, because we can be dorks together. Sorry if any of this goes on camera, or off camera, rather. I keep, like, pulling it towards myself. Slowly but surely. My desk is gonna need a clean up on aisle one. Like, it's so smudgy. Alright. Yeah, I knew that seam was going to be a problem. Just try to fix it up a little. That is way too much water. It's making it a little darker than I wanted, but that is perfectly fine. Because that seam is pretty much gone, which is nice. Pretty much. Not like completely. Plus, this is gonna dry lighter anyway, so I'm not quite that upset. Well, have fun recording, Wolfing. What TV shows do I watch? Oh goodness, that is a long, 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 long list. Okay, right off the top of my head that I can think of, currently I watch the originals. I really like Survivor. I like the 100. I watch all the Arrowverse shows, so like Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, um, all of those. Actually, I think I named all of them. Um, Flash, actually, I think. The Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. Even though I like Fear the Walking Dead more. Um, shoot. This is not an easy list. Holy heck. Yeah, I watch a lot of shows. I don't know if Netflix counts, but I really also like Series of Unfortunate Events, and I like and with an E. I'm watching the current second season now, so. But yeah, I like a lot of stuff. Um, that's not everything. I watch other things, but those are only the ones I can think of. Oh, is an animated shows. Wow, I just gave you like every real life show. Animated shows. I don't really watch too many animated shows, to be honest. Unless anime counts. And then I just finished watching Seraph of the End, which was really good. I also am currently watching Ancient Magus's Bride. I want to give My Hero Academia a try, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. It's kind of a hit or miss for me, I guess. But yeah, I don't really watch too many animated shows. I've seen some of the oh gosh, the animated DC movies, the ones that recently came out. I think one was Suicide Squad. I have not seen the weird ninja Batman though, because that just doesn't seem like it's up my alley. Oh, well, thank you for coming by, Serene. I know you have to go soon and you're still going to be here, but I do appreciate you coming by. And I can't wait to see whenever you upload a new video because I really like your videos. Oh, wow, that's crazy, Debbie. That is really cool. Maybe you have some really awesome intuition. Oh, bye, Serene. Thank you. You're a fangirl, but you're also my friend. You're a fangirl friend. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of letting this dry while I chat. I, I don't know. I've tried to get into Steven Universe, but that one was, I don't know. I really didn't. I don't know. Animated shows. It's not that I think that there's anything wrong with them. Just for some reason they don't pique my interest. But again, I think they're awesome. Like they're cool, and anybody that watches them is awesome. So I have not seen Umaru-chan. So I've heard it's good though. I've heard a lot of people like it. I've seen Ruby. Why did I not think that was anime? Ruby's amazing. I absolutely love Ruby. I have heard My Hero Academia is really good, so I really want to get into it, but again, I just haven't yet. Blue and orange is one of my favorite color combos. So like aqua-y color plus orange is really pretty. Dubbed as your official title, Fangirl Friend, yeah. I have never read Harry Potter, actually. I've only seen the movies, and I like the movies. I would like to rewatch them. You know what? Just because we did Black Panther on the left, you know what? We're gonna shade Cap on the right, because I never shade on the right. Yeah, Ruby is right now very spoilery if you were to mention anything going on. I can't wait for the next season. I'm really excited. The what season are we on? Hey babe,
What?
what's the current Ruby season that just aired?
Just finished 5.
Okay, 5. Yeah, I didn't really like 4, season 4, but season 5 was really good. Who's your favorite Ruby character? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. For some reason lately I've just been into like real life shows. I think Harry Potter is a little overrated too. I'm not like super fangirl, but I do enjoy the story of it. but I am not like a part of the fandom or anything. Not really, anyway. There we go. Looking a little more menacing. This looks really strange. I don't know, it looked better in the reference photo. Here, maybe we'll just do like half of it. Grabs new paper towel, continues to use the old one. Story of my life. Right. I totally agree with that Twisted Bliss. Like, it just, I don't know, and I felt the story was just, they didn't go anywhere with it. It was like pretty much standstill with a couple of plot points, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, it's really boring, but season 5 really picked it up. Oh my word. Yes, Katie Tom Felton. Yes, please. Like, maybe not as a kid, but as an adult, yes, please. I actually have not seen either Fairy Tail or Naruto. Like, I know a lot. Well, I know more about Naruto than I do Fairy Tail, but I know of them because my husband watches them. But I don't know. It's just a really long anime. I don't know. I approve of Tom Felton. 10 out of 10. Okay, well, if we're shading from the right side, I suppose we have to continue that, huh? It's very foreign to me to shade on the right side. I'm like, how do you do this? Sorry if you can constantly hear my paper towel go. You know, I felt like, yeah, it was. It was a season of origin stories, and it was also trying to make people like Blake. Because, I don't know, out of all the characters, Blake is my least favorite. And nothing wrong with her. It's just, I felt like at the beginning she didn't say much. She had a little bit of story arcing as far as, like, who she was. But other than that, like, that was pretty much it. And I felt like, hi, there's a charger in my shot. Anyway, I don't know. I just felt like they were trying to push her story a little bit more. And while it was a good one, I still really don't like her that much. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like after a certain number of seasons, some animes just kind of lose me a little bit. It's like, okay, you've pushed this on long enough. Unless it's really good. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've seen anything with more than 3, maybe 4 seasons. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Ooh, that is really dark. It's okay, we're gonna work with it. This live stream has literally been a like compilation of me just saying, "Ooh, that's really dark." I swear that's all I've been saying. I'm sorry in advance. Okay, these little eye things look really strange, but I promise they're like on his suit. I don't even know. Inuyasha is so good! I didn't even think of that one, but that is one of my top tiers. I've not seen Trigun, or Cowboy Bebop, or Sailor Moon, or Gundam Wing, but I do like old anime. I like Yu Yu Hakusho. Because that one's like it's like a 90s-ish anime, but I think I saw it in like the 2000s, but it's a good one. She's an emo stereotype. Hashtag I am Blake. that's fair. I mean, Ruby gets on my nerves. I still like her, but she does get on my nerves. Her sister's my fave, so I don't think there's anything wrong with your favorite anime being Pokemon, because Pokemon in its own right is really awesome. I haven't seen the Pokemon anime in ages. I knew what you meant, Twisted Bliss. I don't think there's anything wrong with you not liking water brushes. I think I used to hate them, to be honest, and now it's the only thing I even grab. Um, it's just kind of one of those things where I don't know, it's more convenient for me. And if you've been around here any amount of time, I am a sucker for things that are very convenient because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy painter. But yeah, I don't know. I like water brushes. I have to, like, I don't have to dip my brush constantly in water, and I can just grab a paper towel to clean it up. But again, it's a preference thing. I mean, just because you don't like it doesn't mean anything bad necessarily. You have Pokemon Go? You do. Wow. I got too excited. Friend code me. That's the words. You can DM me because I know you have my DM, fam. So DM me a friend code. She is super annoying. I don't know. I think that's part of her charm for me, though, is because she's an annoying little doofy. But I don't know. I agree with you, though. I do like Weiss. Even though she's cranky, I really like her. She's very cranky. That's also why we named our dog Weiss, because our dog is cranky. My memory is really terrible too. Like, the only things I really remember from a long time ago are things like I'm obsessed with. Most of the things, I'm like, what did I do last week? And I have a very terrible memory. Oh, well, thank you so much, Katie, for coming by. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. And girlfriend, chat with me later, because, you know. And also, I've been listening to the music that you sent me, and I really like it. So, thank you for that. Um, I don't know if I'm going to review those or not. I I don't have any plans to because I don't currently own them. But I'm not gonna say no because I don't know if I'm going to review them or not. So maybe. Maybe in the future. But thank you for the suggestion. Oh, well, have fun with lunch. I'm starving, so I'm probably gonna eat after this live stream. So, have fun with lunch. I do. I have two dogs, and they're both girls. I have not shown them in videos because one likes to growl and she's not a happy camper, and the other one, she's shy little bab. So yeah, I haven't really shown them. I mean, I could eventually. I don't. They're in the other room right now. They don't stay in my art room because they like to eat literally everything, and I don't know. I just feel like my art room is the most dangerous place. So thank you so much, Haley, for coming by. I appreciate it. I suppose you're not wrong. It did kind of because it was like origin story, like you said. I like Cranky Weiss though, so I'm not really upset about it. At first I didn't. It rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, the heck is wrong with this girl? But it's not so bad now. But yeah, I think that's probably why though. It's because season 4 kind of made you empathize with her a little bit. A lot of it, actually. I'm not gonna show my doggos today. They're resting comfortably in my husband's lap. I believe, unless you push them down. Alright. Time to go back to Cap and give him some more sunburn. Wow, that is dark. He hasn't slept in a week. I don't know, I feel like Captain America does not get a good night's sleep every night. That's random. I may show my doggos in a future live stream or something, though. Just not today. I just made this look really strange. Cover up that top lip to make it not look so strange. So, do any of you have any, like, plans for the rest of the weekend? I know the weekend's pretty much over, but, like, do you have any plans for today? Aw, bye, Wolfang. Thanks for coming by. Volume 3, Volume 3. I have to think of Volume 3. Again, my memory's like a potato. Okay, I can think of 1 and 2. Fudge. What happened to Volume 3? I'm super sorry. I don't remember what happened to Volume 3. I literally remember 4 because I really didn't like it. I remember 1 and 2 because I watched them back to back. Oh, no! I know the one. Why don't I remember that one? That's like my saddest one. Yep. Wait. Whoa, you got really sunburned. Okay, we've got to add some yellow into this. This is terrible. It like dried and got really sunburned. Yeah, I know the one. I agree. I cried a lot. I was very sad. I am going to do Iron Man next. I actually had no plans for a Black Widow, but I may do her. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to do Thor, Loki, and Iron Man, and then I'm going to move on to another series, just so I'm not, like, sticking with Marvel the whole time, even though I would not mind doing Marvel the whole time. But, yeah, I might come back for Black Widow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think he looks okay. I don't know. There's something kind of off. Oh, goodness. That is way too much pink magenta. I love how Cap has no top lip. I don't clean my watercolor palette very often. It is very dirty and it is very stained. But I kind of like it. I think it looks nice. And I agree with you. I use my colors a lot, so I don't really like to get rid of them. Yeah, I think the whole Oscar Osmond thing is a little weird. It's an interesting storyline, but it's weird. Squirrel Girl! You know, if I ever see the movie or something, I might. Like, apparently there's a movie coming out, so I might draw Squirrel Girl. Okay, Cap, you need some kind of a top lip, fam. Well, just like. See, here's my struggle with men is that I feel like if I draw lips, they look way too feminine. But, like, you can't just leave them with no lips because dudes have lips too. So there's my internal struggle. So we're gonna, like, give him the hintiest hint of a lip. That is a scientific term. Now he looks like he's like, help. Let's see. Okay. Chris Evans doesn't really have much of a top lip, so you can't even see any of this on camera. It looks terrible. We're gonna let that dry and come back to it. Dudes have lips too. Hey, Melmu Art. Also, welcome back, Serene. Okay, we're gonna let that dry and we're just gonna like paint his eyeballs. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know. It's just like for some reason I attribute having lips to be a feminine trait, which is terrible. Then again, I also like drawing really like voluptuous lips because they're just so nice to draw. So like when you get to a dude and they're like, "Hi, I have lips too," and it's like, "No, you don't." Yes, or they do look like weird mustaches. If dudes could just not have lips, that'd be great. I'm kidding. Okie dokie. Okay. Let's grab my reference that I stole my husband's phone for but didn't actually use. And do this. What artist did I watch last on YouTube? Actually, I think I watched one of Bailey's vlogs. Does that count? Yeah, I try to avoid eyelashes and long hair on guys because, again, I just think it automatically makes them look like a chick. And again, especially when you want a masculine look, it makes it really difficult. Why are men so hard? That, mm, words. They're not great. Why are men so difficult to draw? Like, I swear, almost every man I've ever met has longer eyelashes than I do. But yet, if I try to draw them, it's like, hi, you're now a chick. Alright. Cap, we've got to do something about your lips. Or rather, lack of. Bam, instant woman. I agree. Why did men get to have amazing eyelashes? Eye shape's a really hard thing for me to do, especially since I moved over to this style. Like, I used to have, like, a really, really anime style, and it wasn't so difficult, but yeah, I agree with you. Asian eyes shapes are... They're so gorgeous, but they're so hard to draw. It's like, I want your eyes, but I want to learn how to draw them, too. Alright, Cap, you look like a full-fledged woman. That is okay. I'm gonna work with it. And heck, I'll tweak it in Photoshop if I don't like it. Oh, God. I feel like I'm ruining it. Oh no. It's okay though. Again, we'll fix it in Photoshop. Actually, I think his mouth is too low. I think that's one thing that's really driving me, like, off the edge. He looks like a chick. Photoshop is your friend, kids. Oh, thank you so much, Neon Slushy. I hope you, yeah, I hope you can make it for the next one. That would be really awesome. Thank you for coming by. I have done that, Twisted Bliss. Oh my god, that's the most relatable thing I've seen all day. It's been a while, but yeah, I've done that. Where you just put a blindfold over someone's eyes and it's not your intention, but like, you just can't do it. And it's like, you know what? Blindfolds are cool, right? I feel like I'm ruining this so incredibly much. I think what I'm gonna do in Photoshop is change his skin tone a bit, because it's way too orange for me and I don't like it at all. But we'll see. I don't know. Because, like, I get skin tones are basically oranges, but, like, this is too much. And also, these eyes get a little bit of shading. Just a little bit. I feel like the camera is not picking it up near as orange as it actually looks. Which, I suppose is a good-ish thing, I guess. It's a good thing for me. It's not a good thing for later. Cap's running away from me. I don't blame him. Alright. Time to add some gray. Okie doke. Alright, I'm gonna set this aside. See what it looks like when it dries. Gonna come back to black paint it, and we're gonna line art this kid. Maybe if I can find my pins. Oh, they're there. Aw, well, thank you for watching for an hour and 45 minutes. That's crazy, honestly. I'm surprised I've even been streaming this long. Well, have a fun shower. The silence shall be broken. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like in the zone. I feel kind of bad about it. I have no idea what fine liners I want to use on this. We'll just use these ones. There they are. Get this paint out of the way. Alright. This is like the most satisfying part of any of these character busts because it like fully fleshes out the character, which I think is nice. Gives it the added life that it needed. At least in my opinion. Ah, thank you. What do I think of Drake? Drake. Oh, like the music guy? The music guy. The musician. Words, they're hard. I don't listen to his music that much. At first I thought you meant like Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and I was like, Drake, I love Drake. No. Nothing against him and his music. It's just I'm more of like a, I don't know how to explain it, like an emo music listener. So like I like a lot of punky, poppy kind of music. But I think I've heard maybe one or two of his songs, but I wouldn't know what they were if you were to tell me. Like, unless you were to tell me, rather. So, I'm sorry. Sorry for being so quiet. This is like the most intense part. never had my hand go numb while drawing. I don't think. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Make sure you take frequent breaks because breaks are good for your hand, especially if you're experiencing numbness. Because yeah, I feel like that's actually not a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, I suppose numbness isn't a good thing. I don't know why I said I don't know, but anyway. Okie doke. Okay, thank you. I think I actually got the notification for it, so after the stream, I will check it out. Thank you so much, Debbie. I'm really excited. Oh, that's really cool, Melmu. That sounds like fun. Do you ever participate? Alright, and I'm not going to add lines to the suit. No, I'm not going to add lines to the suit. I'm going to add these lines. Oh wow, 52 stores? That's crazy. Good luck. Alright, I guess I should sign it, huh? Alright. Yay! Well, wait, I didn't outline his eyes. Oh, thank you for coming by the stream, Debbie. I really appreciate it. Have fun with whatever you're doing. And have a good day. Okie doke. Okay, I think I'm done with Black Panther. Let's check on Cap. How's he doing? He's probably orange as ever. Oh yeah, I never painted a background. I'm thinking red, just because I know in some of his suits he has red. So I could totally play up on that. Plus, it would detract from how orange his skin is. So I think we're gonna have some red in here. Thank you so much, Melman Wart, for coming by, chatting with me. I had a lot of fun. Thank you. And have fun with your search. Good luck. Alright, let's go in with this. That is like a pink. What the heck? How about that? That's better. I don't know why I didn't do this before I quit, or before I started with Black Panther, but we're doing it now. We're doing it now. Ugh, goodness, I'm sleepy still. Ugh. I'm ready for some food for sure. Waiting for paint to dry is one of the most boring things, I swear. Also, my little Michael Myers has fallen. There we go. So, if you guys have any questions, be sure to ask me while this paint is drying, because honestly, I don't have anything to talk about right now. So yeah, if you want to ask me a question or something, feel free to do so. If not, that's totally cool too, I guess. You know, I suppose I could just go in really quickly and fine line his face stuff, because I suppose there's no wet paint touching that. Hey, Twisted Bliss. Aw, thanks. I just like got paint on my hand. Hopefully he'll look better with this fine liner. I don't know. For some reason I'm just kind of like, he's still in the ugly stage. But maybe it's just me being me. Doubting myself. As always. I hope your shower was showering. Hope it was good, I guess. Hey, this eye looks better than it did. I'm honestly excited to just be done with these, because I'm hungry. I've not eaten yet. Unfortunately, you can't play copyrighted music on YouTube live streams, which I think is lame. Or else I would be playing some music right now. Darn you, YouTube, and your copyright rules. Nope, that's not where the year ends. I'm one of those weirdos when I fine line. I literally do one eye and then I do everything else and then I do the other eye. I don't understand what's up with that, but it's just how I roll, I guess. I kind of want to give him a smirk because I feel like Cap is like smirky, so we're gonna like give him a little smirk. Really? I don't know, for some reason I like starting with one eye. Just one. Maybe that's like supposed to gauge whether I should even finish lining it or not. I don't know. But it's actually smart to not start with the eyes, to be honest. I shouldn't. Also, sorry if I twist this around and give you like dizziness because, yeah, it's easier for me to line when I twist the paper. I suppose it's much more jarring in a speed paint than it is in real life, though, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I feel the red, white, and blue so much. 4th of July just ended here, and I'm like, oh man. I'm actually glad it's over, to be honest. So loud. Like, I like fireworks and stuff, but my dogs don't. They bark a lot. For some reason, my phone likes to focus out. I'm super sorry. Honestly, anybody that can do a lineless style is awesome, so you are awesome. Fireworks are gorgeous. They're just loud. But yeah, back to the lineless thing. That's awesome. I wish I could feel confident with my art with a lineless style. There's every once in a while I'll see something that I paint. I'm like, wow, this looks really good without line art. But it's not often. Alright, time to work on this eye. I listen to like, I don't know, I don't really know how to categorize. I say like emo music, but it's more like pop punk, I guess. I like a lot of Fall Out Boy and like Panic at the Disco and Sleeping with Sirens, stuff like that. How about yourself? What kind of music do you like? Good enough. I love Sleeping with Sirens. A lot of people don't know who they are, so yay! I'm glad somebody does. They are really, really good. Oh, that's Panic at the Disco, actually. Twisted Bliss. So, I like that song, actually, a lot. I like most of Panic at the Disco songs. Like, their really old stuff was very hit or miss for me, but their new stuff is poppin'. They just came out, oh god, poppin'. Makes me feel like I'm a young person. Anyway, yeah, they just came out with a new album, and it's everything. There's only one song on there I don't like, and it's so good. I'm like trying to talk it up. My bad. The heck? Grab like a piece of the paper fiber. That was strange. I'm not like one of those crazy BTS fans though. I've never heard any K-pop. Like, it's super popular now, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's something I'd be interested in. But I don't know. I've been surprised before at some of the music I like. 90s and 2000s music pop is so good. I love it so much. So I agree. I really like Destiny's Child. Oh no, that line was wobbly. It's okay. At this point, wobbly lines are like part of my branding. Just kidding, by the way. uh, even that's pretty much all I feel like I do is wobbly lines. That's okay though. I'll give it a listen. Any specific like bands or anything you would recommend as far as K-pop is concerned? Because I know I like a little bit of J-pop. Some of it, not all of it. It's not like my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but I do like it. Alright, this one gets the white gel pen trademark. This turned out a little better than I figured it would. Wow. I'm so used to putting on the highlight on the right side. Shh. The newer Western pop. Yeah, the newer stuff kind of sounds like a train wreck. Just a little bit. Favorite is CLC, but if new, recommend Blackpink. I've heard of Red Velvet and EXO. Actually, I think I did a fan art for one of my patrons of an EXO member before. But anyway, I digress. Alright, thank you. Let me write those down before I forget. So, CLC is your fave. Blackpink. Oh no, the chat went away. Alright, Red Velvet. Wow, my handwriting is A+ today. EXO and NCT. That is... That is not how you do a circle. There we go. Thank you for the suggestions. Also, hello, what's it called? What's it called? I have the most literate grasp of the English language. Okay, I think I'm gonna call these two done. These two, you only see one. These two, finito for the time being. I may tweak them later, but I'm gonna get some food. I'm starving. So, anyway, thank you for everybody that stopped by the stream. I hope you liked these little character busts that I worked on. Do you really think so? I appreciate that so much. Anyway, hopefully well, hold on. I see a line that I missed. I did it on the other ear, not that one. Okay, anyway, hopefully I will live stream the rest of my character busts that I'm going to be doing soon, so look forward to that. So anyway, thank you so much for coming by, and again, be awesome, have fun with the rest of your day, and until the next time, bye! I don't know how to end this, help. Just kidding. Okay, bye!